Hey guys, I have to sneeze. Sorry about that. It's been a very busy day. And I just remembered I had coffee I made like literally 2 hours ago. And so I do that so often because you have to turn the machine on and then wait for it. And if I'm here working, it's just you kind of get into it and you forget it. Like, there's coffee. So, anyways, I just finished my first online lesson with the kids, and it went okay. It was a bit weird at first because there's a very slight delay with Zoom where just for that everything's propagating across the network. So eventually I noticed it because the kids were kind of staring at me for like a second before doing anything, and I figured I could hear my voice. I would speak, and then like roughly a second later, I would hear my voice coming through on their end. So that's something I didn't know about, and it's also they're kind of at their house. It's a very very different environment for them, but they really did well, I think. The textbooks I use for the majority of kids, unless they're like in junior high or for some reason like crazy advanced, is Let's Go. It's really popular in Japan, and I think regardless of the edition, if you go to I'll just hold it up to you there. You see that there's your oup.com/ELT/Let's Go. There's all kinds of free resources for the entire series. They're all for the 5th edition, but a lot of the content is identical, especially like the flashcard content. So, and it's free, which was massively helpful. I'm not too sure what I could have done today. I mean, the next best alternative would be to like photograph your cards and then upload them, but that's rather time consuming to say the least. So that's been good. I've told parents that I'm going to be doing online lessons until the school's open, but I have this concern that they might not open, and so I'm thinking from June we'll come back to normal lessons. I don't know, it's so up in the air and weird and stressful, but I really consider myself lucky compared to what other people in the world are having to face, especially back in the States. When I was living there, I was in the service industry. I waited I think I started off as a dishwasher at a hotel, and then kind of between 3 jobs, I eventually moved up from busing to being a waiter, and I would be screwed right now if I was still doing that. But there's no telling what I would be doing now if I'd stayed. That's another issue. It's kind of hard to say. But the first online lesson went okay. Better than I expected, actually. Although I didn't have any clear expectations. So hopefully, it'll just be 3 times for each kid's class, and then back to life as normal. But I really am focused on getting a different job, and at the best case scenario would be to hire somebody, as I've said many times. Worst case would be just close up shop, say thank you guys for 5+ years, which would be sad. This would be great as like a side gig, because it is fun with the kids and stuff, but there's a lot of like just stress and repetitive kind of borderline demeaning work to it that I'm kind of tired of. But just seeing the kids today, even on video, because the school's been closed for the past 2 times, was really, really refreshing. Like, they're just so cute and sweet and fun, and I'd like to stay involved with that in some way. But the truth is, if I did get a job somewhere, I might be able to work Saturdays. I can always keep private lessons, but the truth is, you can't have your cake and eat it too in life, can you? So unless you have the resources to, run both, what would you call them, both operations, you can't. I can't really work a full-time job and run this school. without some kind of conflict eventually arising. So, which could be the school kind of really suffering in terms of quality, or it could mean me getting fired from my new job, which would be really bad. I feel like I'm at the cusp of kind of aging out. You know, if I wait another 2 or 3 years, people are gonna be like, "Whoa, you're that old?" I don't know, man. I mean, I could be wrong. I see lots of stuff out there about, and so I'm like 2 years away from 40, and I do see stuff out there with people saying, like, oh, it's, you can get a programming job when you're 40, 50. It's all about what you know, but I'm not so sure about that. I think it can be done, but it definitely, being in your 40s, that's being over 40 is kind of a flag. Being 38, which is like, it blows my mind, is maybe okay. But sometimes I really wish it were 10 years ago, so I could just be like, I'm going to do programming. I would have stayed at my crap job, and probably I never would have tried to have gotten as serious about ESL as I have. But that's 2020 hindsight, there's still time. Anyways, that's it. So first online class was okay. Hopefully the rest of them will be as well, and hopefully we can go back to normal life come June here in Japan.